Hello YouTube, and welcome to this review of the Line 6 Relay G50. Now, some of you may be wondering why I'm reviewing this now, because the system has been around for a few years now, but that actually gives me two good reasons to talk about it and to review it. First, because now I can tell you about what users think of it, how good it is, how it's been in terms of reliability. And also, Line 6 has recently launched their new G70 and G75 wireless system, which are new systems crammed with some new technology and new features. So this G50 has now dropped in price, and it makes it a lot more affordable to a lot more of us. So that, coupled to its brilliancy, because it's still a brilliant system, very good system, gives me a very good reason to talk about it. So, first of all, let me tell you that it is, if you haven't got a wireless system yet, get it, because it's something you're going to find really awesome. It's really good for any type of situation, whether it's rehearsal, stage, whatever. You just move around freely and don't have to worry about any cables. And I have got to say, I've gotten really used to this wireless thing. I use it all the time, and I mean all the time, all the time. So in the box you get the owner's manual, protective foam, and on this side you have the receiver. The receiver is metal, as you can see. You've got a channel selector. It has 12 channels, so it means you can run 12 G50s simultaneously without any of them interfering with each other. And you have a cable tone. So this simulates cables up to 100 feet. Usually the longer the cable, the less high end you get. So if you want to simulate that, you just adjust up until 100 feet or 30 meters. Again, the transmitter is made out of metal, so very sturdy indeed. You've got the battery space here. It works on 2 AA batteries. Line 6 says that it should last for around 8 hours, and from user experience that seems pretty accurate. You've got an on-off switch on top and a mute. They're both recessed, so you won't hit them by accident. And you've got a select and value buttons here. I'll turn this on later so you can see what these do. And on the back you've got this really strong, sturdy metal clip. So again, very sturdy, very durable. I don't think you'll have a problem with this. These are the antennas that will go on the receiver. Up here on top you've got the cable to connect your guitar or bass to the transmitter. Looks pretty good. They provide you with 2 AA batteries. Now the power supply, the receiver works on 9 volts, and the power supply jack is pretty much universal. So if you have one of those pedal boards with their own power supply, you can easily connect that to the Relay G50 receiver, and you won't have any troubles with this. This draws very minimal amount of power. It only draws 300 milliamps on 9 volts, so it's pretty good. And the size of the receiver is like a pedal, an effects pedal, so it will sit very nicely on your pedal board. You've got main out on the receiver, so this will channel all the sound coming from your guitar or bass, and you've got a tuner auxiliary out. So this output will always work even if you press mute on your transmitter. So you can tune or send audio even if it's muted on your guitar. Okay, so I've turned on the receiver now, and I'm going to turn on the transmitter. You can see that on the receiver you've got status lights telling you how strong the signal is and how strong the battery is. So at the moment, pretty strong for both. On the transmitter, you've got always displayed on the LCD the channel you're in and how long the batteries will last. If you hold value, you'll enter setup. It's on channel 1 now. Be sure to equal your channel on the transmitter with the channel on your receiver. Then you have power. It's set to high now. You can set it to low if you don't need it to perform at its best in terms of range and quality. So you can set it on low, and batteries will last up to 11 hours if I'm not mistaken. If you want it to work on its maximum performance, set it on high, and it should last about 8 hours with brand new AA batteries. You can also name your transmitter, so if you've got several transmitters, you will always know which one is which. Now, unlike most wireless systems out there, Line 6 has been making digital wireless systems, and most wireless systems work over UHF frequency, which is an analog frequency. And most of those frequencies have been sold to cell phone carriers, mobile phone carriers, and they're illegal to use, or at least you have to pay a tax or a fee every year to use those frequencies, and you often get a lot of interference. That doesn't happen with this digital system. Even if you're in a very, very, very overpopulated place in terms of Wi-Fi networks and things like that, which operate in the same frequency, but it doesn't happen. Even when you're in a Wi-Fi crowded area, it works perfectly. It has no interference, so it's very good in terms of range, in terms of interference, because it doesn't have any. You can use it anywhere in the world because you don't have to get any license, or you don't have to communicate to any authorities. You just plug it in anywhere in the world and use it. That simple. It has amazing range, amazing reliability, amazing sound quality, because it doesn't compress the sound coming out of your guitar or bass. It doesn't process it in any way like some UHF systems do in order to transmit that analog signal. This just sends out whatever is coming out of your guitar. It's brilliant. It's even less colorful in terms of sound than most cables. Most cables tend to have some kind of effects on your sound. This doesn't have any effect on your sound. Whatever's coming out of your guitar or bass, it's whatever is going to your amp or whatever it's connected to. So what I'm going to do to you now is show you how far I can play my guitar. So I'm going to go outside and we'll see how far I can go before the signal is lost. Let's do it. Okay, so here's the setup. I've got my JTV59 connected to my G50 transmitter. I've got the receiver here on top of this table, which is connected to my Pod HD500, which is then connected to my trusted L2T speaker. Let me just show you that I get a lot Wi-Fi networks over here. So I'm gonna go outside, and hopefully I can go pretty far without having any troubles with interference or drop of signal. Okay guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Line 6 Relay G50. It's a wonderful system. I really encourage you to check it out and get one. It's very affordable now. It's a very good system, very reliable, high quality system. So check it out, get it if you can, while you can. And don't forget as well to check out my channel, subscribe if you haven't already, like my Facebook page, check out my covers, and I'll see you next time. Meanwhile, as ever, I've been Roddy Natai, and I'm tying off.